They say every old house has secrets. Mine had one behind a locked door at the end of the hall. A door that didn't open ever, until 3 a.m. last Thursday, when it slowly creaked open all by itself. What I saw changed everything I believe about reality. 3 months ago, I moved into a small 2-story house in a quiet rural town in Pennsylvania. I just started a remote writing job and wanted peace, solitude, and a break from city chaos. The place was old, built in the 1920s. Wooden floors, antique doors, tall windows, beautiful, but definitely aged. When I moved in, everything seemed fine, except one door at the end of the upstairs hallway. There was a narrow, gray-painted door. It had a rusty keyhole, but no key. I tried turning the knob the first day. Locked. Solid. It didn't budge. I asked the landlord during a call that evening. It's nothing. Just an old storage space. Leave it alone. The key's long gone. I didn't question it. I had no reason to. But something about that door stayed in the back of my mind. A couple weeks into living there, I started waking up around the same time every night. 3 a.m. At first, I thought it was insomnia, or maybe just adjusting to the quiet country nights. Then the sound started. At exactly 3 a.m., I'd hear faint creaking in the hallway, like soft footsteps. Always stopping just before my bedroom door. Other nights, it was whispers, not words I could make out. Just soft voices right outside my room. I thought maybe I was dreaming, but it kept happening. One night, I got out of bed, opened my door quietly, and peered down the hallway. Nothing, except the gray door. Something about it felt different now, as if it were waiting. On the 34th night, I woke at exactly 3:03 a.m. There was no sound this time, just stillness. And then, from down the hall, I heard it. Click. I sat up in bed, heart pounding. Creak. The gray door was opening, slowly, on its own, revealing pitch-black darkness behind it. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and walked barefoot down the cold wooden hallway. The door was halfway open. I pushed it the rest of the way. Inside was a narrow staircase leading down, like to a hidden sub-basement. There was no mention of this on the floor plan the landlord gave me. The air from the stairwell was cold and smelled like damp wood and rust. I stood there, unsure if I was dreaming. Then I heard it, a voice, whispering from below. Come see. I should have turned around, locked the door, left, but I didn't. I descended the staircase slowly, flashlight in hand. Every step creaked louder than the last. At the bottom, I entered what looked like a tiny, windowless room. Stone walls. Old wooden furniture covered in white sheets. A rocking chair in the corner, still moving. The flashlight flickered briefly, and for a split second, I saw something move across the far wall. A shadow shaped like a person, but wrong. Thin, elongated limbs. No face. The chair stopped moving. On the wall hung an old, dusty photograph. A black and white portrait of a girl. Someone had scratched out her eyes. I stepped back. Suddenly, I felt a cold breath on my neck. I turned, no one there. I ran upstairs and slammed the gray door shut. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I drove to the town library. I asked about the property's history. Turns out, in 1956, the house belonged to a widowed man named Thomas Whitmore. His daughter, Abigail, was said to be mentally unstable. Rumor was he kept her locked in a hidden basement room for years, until she vanished. No body, no investigation, just gone. Locals claimed they still heard her, knocking from behind walls, screaming softly in the night, begging to be let out. The story was dismissed as urban legend. I had been inside that room, and I had heard her. That night, I sealed the door shut with furniture, nailed boards across it, but it didn't matter. At 3 a.m., I woke to the sound of nails being slowly pulled from wood. I got up, heart racing, and walked into the hallway. The boards had fallen. The door was wide open. The stairs were visible, waiting. Then, at the top step, a girl, pale skin, tangled black hair, wearing a white nightgown stained with age. Her eyes were just black, empty pits. She whispered, "You open it now, I'm free." And she smiled. I moved out that morning. Never looked back. But every night since that 3 a.m., I wake up, even in a different city, different home. I hear it, click, creak, and the soft voice, "Come see."